shortness of breath, causes and when to see a doctor. Feeling like you can't get enough air can be scary. This feeling is called shortness of breath. It also called dyspnea. It might feel like your chest is tight, or you have trouble breathing, or can't breathe at all. Sometimes it may feel like you are suffocating. Shortness of breath can be a sign of some medical conditions, including asthma, COPD, and heart failure, as well as anxiety or panic attacks. The long-term lung effects of smoking may first be noticed as worsening shortness of breath. Even people with healthy lungs may notice shortness of breath with stress or anxiety. Very strenuous exercise, very hot or cold weather, weight gain, and traveling to higher altitudes. If you have shortness of breath that doesn't have a clear cause, especially if it comes on suddenly and is severe, see your doctor or other healthcare professional as soon as possible. Causes. Shortness of breath is most often due to heart or lung conditions. The heart and lungs help move oxygen to your body and get rid of carbon dioxide. Trouble with either of these processes can make breathing hard. Sudden shortness of breath. Shortness of breath that comes on suddenly, also called acute shortness of breath, may be caused by these conditions or others: anaphylaxis, asthma, blocked airways, blood loss that happens suddenly, carbon monoxide poisoning, COPD, coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19, fluid buildup around the heart called cardiac tamponade, heart attack, heart arrhythmia, heart failure, pneumonia and other lung infections, pulmonary embolism. Long-term shortness of breath. Shortness of breath that lasts for weeks or longer, also called chronic shortness of breath, may be due to asthma, COPD, fluid buildup around the lungs called pleural effusion, heart problems, interstitial lung disease and other lung diseases, obesity, weak muscles from not being active. Many other health conditions also can make it hard to breathe. These include mental health conditions, lung conditions, heart conditions, and other medical conditions. Mental health conditions examples include anxiety disorders, panic attacks and panic disorder, stress. Lung conditions examples include lung cancer, pleurisy, pulmonary edema, pulmonary fibrosis, pulmonary hypertension, sarcoidosis, tuberculosis. Heart conditions example include cardiomyopathy, heart failure, pericarditis. Other medical conditions examples include anemia, broken ribs, choking first aid, epiglottitis, foreign object inhaled first aid, Guillain-Barré syndrome, hay fever, also called allergic rhinitis, myasthenia gravis, nasal polyps, or anything else that causes a blockage or trouble breathing through the nose, such as congestion or injury. When to see a doctor? Get medical care right away. Call your local emergency number or have someone drive you to the emergency department at a hospital If you have severe shortness of breath that comes on suddenly, shortness of breath with chest pain, fainting, upset stomach, blue lips or nails, or a change in mental alertness, new shortness of breath that starts after not being active for a long time. This may happen, for example, after surgery, illness or injury, or from being in a leg cast. New shortness of breath after a long plane or car ride. This could be signs of a heart attack or a blood clot in the lungs. Make a doctor's appointment with your healthcare professional if your shortness of breath happens along with swelling in your feet and ankles, trouble breathing when you lie flat, high fever, chills and cough, a high-pitched whistling sound when breathing, called wheezing, worsening of long-term shortness of breath. Self-care. To help keep long-term shortness of breath from getting worse, stop smoking, quit smoking or don't start. Smoking is the leading cause of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, also called COPD. If you have COPD, quitting can slow or worsening of the condition and help stop complications. Talk with your healthcare professional about ways to help you quit. Stay away from pollutants. As much as possible, stay away from allergens and toxins such as chemical fumes or second-hand smoke. Avoid extreme temperatures. Activity in very hot and humid or very cold conditions may worsen shortness of breath caused by lung disease. Have an action plan. Talk with your healthcare professional about what to do if your symptoms get worse. Be careful in high altitudes. When traveling to areas with higher altitudes, take time to adjust and limit activity until you get used to the change. Exercise regularly. Exercise can help you be physically fit and make it easier to handle activities. Exercise and losing weight, if needed, may help lessen shortness of breath caused by being out of condition. Talk with your healthcare professional before starting an exercise program. Take your medicines. Skipping medicines for lung and heart conditions can make shortness of breath worse. Regularly check your oxygen equipment. If you use oxygen, make sure that you have enough supplies and that the equipment works properly.